Okay, so last night I saw an incredible movie that I've been waiting to see for a while. Ever since I saw the trailer, actually, maybe a month ago, I saw this trailer and I just was like, this is gonna be incredible because of the way the logo was and because of the way the trailer was edited and the music and the color and the branding. And I know Robert Pattinson is dope. Just give him a chance. So the movie's called Good Time. I mean, if I could give it 103, I would. For me, it was 100%. There was no flaws about this movie. You might have a different take on it. You might have a different opinion. I mean, I just love those kinds of movies where it's super real and it's a look into a world you don't really see a lot in movies. Felt really authentic. You can tell that these brothers, Benny Safdie, the Safdie brothers, the people who directed it, that you can tell they know that world. You can tell that they either grew up in New York or have battled with, drug addiction and or knew people that were. It's not even really about drug addiction, but it's about some of the things you do when you're living in poverty and you're underprivileged and you have to resort to crime or drugs. So the Safdie brothers, I think that's how you say it, Safdie, Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie are fucking probably like my favorite. They're amazing. They're incredible. They could be my favorite directors right now. I would definitely say see this movie. It's pure adrenaline. It's pure art, entertainment, groundbreaking cinema from the beginning to the end. And I fucking literally loved every fucking second of it. It's my kind of movie. It's the kind of movie I would actually want to make. So this is the third movie that these guys have made, these brothers. The other two movies they've made looked really cool. I haven't seen them. I started watching... these brothers have done 3 movies. One earlier one was called Daddy Longlegs, and then their second one is called this shit's fucking hot. It's called Heaven Knows That. Heaven Knows What. And it looks similar to Good Time, more like drug related. But yeah, the soundtrack was incredible. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. The soundtrack was incredible. It was like nothing that I've ever heard before. And so yeah, the soundtrack was insane. The acting was incredible. I mean, the writing, I almost felt more improv than writing, which is something I'm really liking right now. It's, incredible scripts have already been written, so let's try something new. Let's try to capture something real in the moment that we haven't seen before. And I think that's what they do in this movie. When you hear the conversations that the people have in this movie, you can't write this type of shit. It's how they say things, and it's like how I would talk to another person on drugs, or somebody, a criminal, or just a friend, not like something that was written for the screen. That's not how people talk, Sometimes I'll be watching like an Aaron Sorkin movie, and I'll just be like, who fucking talks like this? Nobody talks like this. So it's kind of cool to see something different. For me, it's really cool to see something different and closer to what real life would feel like. So, as you're watching this movie, you're thinking, are these actors? They're so good, they don't even, you can't, you don't even realize they're acting. And Necro's in it. So, Necro is one of my favorite rappers. He's also in their other movie, Heaven Knows What. Heaven Knows What? That's like a bad name. I don't really like that name. It's hard to remember for some reason. But yeah, this dude Benny Safdie, who wrote and directed the movie, he wrote and directed it with his brother, Josh. He wrote and directed with his brother Josh. But Benny's also the mentally challenged kid in the movie. Let's see what's going on in the studio. So as you're watching the movie, you're gonna be like, wow, who is this fucking kid? Is this a real life mentally challenged kid? And no, that's actually the director. That's actually the writer and the director of the movie. What's going on?
We were making a snap of people fucking up the chords.
What do you guys? You hear something?
Yeah, we heard something. I don't know if they're gonna be able to hear it.
I don't know.
So yeah, this is the studio. I'm working on my own movie with Rudy also. It's kind of similar in the way that it's some like lost drug addict kids trying to find their way in a complicated, hard world to live in. And there's not much of a script. And they were talking about in an interview I watched that they started making this movie without a script. Robert Pattinson and these guys. And we've started making our movie, which looks like horrible compared to this, but it's a start. We don't have a script either. But it definitely was an inspiring movie while also being kind of like earth-shattering, like reality of like what people are doing right now out there and how hard it would be to actually do something that could compete with a movie like this. But I really like the movie. Like I said, I think you should see it. It's groundbreaking. It's next level. Nothing's been done. I don't think anything's been done like this since Kids, or at least anything that I've seen. And I see a lot of shit.